What kinds of things do the Gull Lake Community School Foundations do? Over 44
scholarships last year.
Over 47 grants last year. 56 distinguished academic scholars. Did you know Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation provides funding for robotics, read and ride, Leader and Me, grants,
scholarships,
Spark Series, Ryan scholarships, ukuleles? How did it start? The Gull Lake Schools Community Foundation was founded in 1983.
When we had our first organizational meeting, Tom, of course, was executive director. Judd Napper was on that board, Jack Lawrence. We just started writing letters to our friends. It was successful really from the beginning, but at a very low level. We knew it had a lot of potential. For many years we were in a house on the Gull Road. This new structure that was just built is quite a breakthrough in having their own designated building. So I know the good things are happening.
Right, a foundation is what supports everything else, and that's much of what I see this organization doing, right? Adding that support that's necessary. On an annual basis, I look at the scholarships and I go, man, look at all of the money that this community puts forward to try to make sure that these kids get an opportunity to do more in life.
James Ryan Family Foundation Scholarship with Gull Lake Schools was actually the brainchild of my uncle, James Ryan, who his idea was that he would want to do a college scholarship, but he wanted to do it in 8th grade with the full knowledge that their college tuition at least would be paid for.
I applied for the Ryan Scholarship, and that helped lead me down the road to deciding to go to college, where I wanted to go to college. That I had that goal of making college somewhat free or as close to free as I could. Just helping to ease that financial burden in college and giving me a chance to experience tons of new things and truly changing the direction of where I'm going to go with my life and what I'm going to teach. So thank you.
Well, at Gull Lake Community Schools, our mission is all students reaching their fullest potential. We're very blessed to have the foundation support kids and innovative ideas and different pieces.
What a great idea. What if we taught children how to own their learning and their progress? We initially received some funding. The Gull Lake Foundation has helped provide teaching and training for all staff. Even parents can come in and learn about the 7 habits that hopefully will become part of someone's life. And so it's more about developing a whole child and a whole person.
The Gull Lake Foundation provided for me to go to Shiketi Council America's Summer Intensive, which is in Holland, Michigan, and it just helped me realize how much I love dance so much and that it's definitely what I want to do. So I want to thank the Gull Lake Community Foundation for providing me with that scholarship to go to the Summer Intensive. Definitely without it, I don't think I would have been as comfortable to be traveling all around the country to dance now. And it's been a series of events that have led to where I am now. I'm very thankful for it.
About 5 years ago, we went to our administration and saying, you know what, we need to be on the cutting edge. We started looking into programs which led us to Project Lead the Way. The foundation then allowed me training for Project Lead the Way's computer science and software engineering course.
They gave some seed money for them to purchase devices and other pieces. The club went on to do computer science, coding, different things with circuit boards.
It allows us to have a server in our classroom now that we can work on.
I feel like I'm going to be able to bring a lot of this stuff into what I want to do, into a career.
Like a little kid in a sandbox every day for our students.
It's amazing what can happen when you put a little bit of money, you allow kids to chase passions and then connect them with educators that are also passionate.
We now have a cybersecurity course which has led students to be a part of our Cyber Patriot teams, competing with students from all across the nation.
I just wanted to thank the Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation for funding this class and allowing me to, I guess, express my creativity.
We're very fortunate to have a community that supports education in a multitude of facets, and our foundation is a prime example of that.
And so Project Lead the Way is growing. We have now opportunity to push it down into the elementary levels.
So this is First LEGO League. This is Ryan Intermediate's level of First Robotics.
We're here to do robotics and build Legos and work together as a team.
So it's really fun because you gotta learn about new stuff, and it's just, you gotta do something after school.
They work on designing robots, they work on a project, they have to come up with a unique solution to a real world problem. This year it's all about astronauts, we're all about outer space this year.
Learned that magnets work out of the earth. Mr. John and Mr. Jeremy are our coaches, and they cheer us on and help us build Legos and help us work as a team.
So I was so happy when the Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation awarded us this grant to purchase these 32 ukuleles for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders here at the Ryan Intermediate. We are so proud of our students at Ryan Intermediate, and we're so happy to watch them grow into the phenomenal leaders that they are. So thank you, Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation, for funding the Leader in Me initiative as well.
Last summer, the Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation provided a stipend for teachers to experience writing lesson plans and rewriting or adapting some of their lessons to use in the outdoor classroom. And it was an invaluable experience for the teachers that participated.
And every place that I go, the foundation has been a huge support with varied projects. When the idea came up of putting a couple garden beds outside one of the schools, and so we've harvested one of our beds, and it was a feature side for the kitchen house for a whole week. Our harvesting and taking home to make salsa, washing all kinds of potatoes and delivering them to Chartwell's.
I really believe that without the support of a good school system, a good community to give the kid that confidence, it's much more difficult for them to do that.
Model United Nations is a simulation of the United Nations, and they will take on the role of, say, for example, a delegate of France. And fortunately, we were able to apply for a grant from the Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation, and what a blessing that has been.
We travel around quite a bit. Last year we went to Washington, D.C. We actually got to meet with our state representative while we were there.
A great deal of that, in fact, all of transportation, much of our materials are covered by the grant.
Both expanded my views and my knowledge of what's going on around the world.
To stay open-minded and hear all different sides.
I think this program is really valuable to students. It really helps you look at politics in a much more educated way.
I said, wouldn't it be cool if we had somewhere for the kids who loved horses to read books and just that whole scene. They also go in the arena, so they'll practice getting on and off the horse and riding and doing their phonics games. The kids are just so much more confident. They feel better about themselves. They're reading better, and it just helps in so many different ways that we couldn't even have imagined. We really could not have done it without the help of the Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation. So it's a wonderful collaboration, just community-wise, with the school and with the families and with the chef centers.
The way I look at it, the foundation is the icing on our gateway cake. It makes school a little bit sweeter for the kids to come. They want our kids to be able to succeed after they graduate from the program. And because of the scholarships that these families have set up through the foundation, they're able to do incredible things after they graduate. I had 11 kids graduate that received scholarships from the foundation. It's pretty great to be able to offer the kids what they need individually and not just as a group.
And they said that they were going to bring the Vietnam Wall, the Wall of Hills, and that Linda Engel was she had seen something on television, I believe, and so they asked if I would serve as a consultant. But during that 3 or 4 days that the wall was here in Richland, Michigan, our veterans got to be somebody. They were important. They had a chance to tell their story.
We were told that over 1,000 students went through on the guided tours of the wall. And not only from an educational perspective, to learn about the Vietnam Wall and to learn that freedom is not free.
I applaud the Gull Lake Community Schools Foundation for bringing a wall to our community. It was a resounding success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for caring about my future.
Thank you for caring about my future.
Thank you for making a difference. Go to our website.
Please go to our website.
Please go to our website.